What's back, guys? And today we're going to be reacting to 10 horrible ways to die in Skull Island with Andy Dino. Say hi.
What's up?
Okay, that was not a really good way to say hi, Dino. We're going to call him Dino because we can either call him Dinosaur Fan or Andy Dino. I'm just going to call him Dino. He's also my brother, so first time. Okay, now, by the way, if you didn't read the title, go stop here. This video contains graphic. Just if you're not over 18, you probably shouldn't be watching. I know. Yeah, you probably shouldn't be watching this, but honestly, it's 10 ways to die in Skull Island. Obviously, shout out to Goji Center. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you got a lot of subs.
69,000. I'm gonna subscribe now. Let's watch.
This video contains graphic depictions and scenes that may be unsuitable for some audiences.
So this is from Skull Island. If you guys haven't watched, I'm not. Also, this spoiler warning.
Yeah, mild spoiler warning.
Today, we are going to cover the many ways Skull Island will brutally plummet you to the bottom of the food chain in the bloodiest and most gory ways possible. This video contains some pretty distasteful content, so if you happen to have a weak stomach, we recommend you don't eat any red pasta while you're watching this video. If this is your first time watching our content, we would be thrilled if you could join us by hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell. Still here? Great. Now to the 10 horrible ways you could brutally die in Skull Island.
Good, I want to
1. Death from above.
What does this mean?
Skull Island's array of wildlife evolved in such a way that even some of the smallest creatures posed a fatal threat. The leafwings are the perfect example. Armed with a serrated bone trunk, this camouflaged animal could plummet from high altitudes into its unsuspecting victim. So let's get to the gory details. We have evidence that the leafwings could in fact sever human limbs. It is likely that these animals had an understanding of the anatomy of their prey, as they knew exactly where to strike in order to disable them and prevent them from running away or fighting back. The serrated edges on their trunks could have caused increased trauma to flesh, thus leading to an abundant amount of blood loss and certain death. 2. Zapped to death. If you thought the leafwings were horrible already, meet the psycho vulture. A close biological relative to the leafwing, but with evolutionary adaptations to not need camouflage and light receptors in their
weird noses.
True.
Eyes. Its thermal vision allows it to exclusively locate
so funny
potential
looking
prey. In this case, humans. If this wasn't freaky enough, these animals live up to their name by voluntarily ingesting a type of poisonous pufferfish which drives them on a barbaric craze to kill. To make matters even worse, the graphic novel Skull Island: Birth of Kong suggests that these animals were capable of aiming electric beams from their mouths onto any target. If this was aimed at a human, the electrical current would be enough to cause extremely painful and disabling muscle contractions and ventricular fibrillation, which could cause immediate death. This is without mentioning the horrible second-degree burns.
Look at that.
As horrible as this sounds, you would be lucky if it ends here, as the psycho vultures would most likely gore into you once they get close enough. 3. Strangled and digested alive.
What does that mean?
Imagine you're walking through Skull Island's dense jungle as a way to refuge yourself from deadly airborne creatures. All of a sudden, you feel sticky tentacles rain on you from a tree above. This is not an octopus. You have just walked into the trap of a vine strangler, a species of flora-fauna that feed primarily on things like you. But how did you get into this sticky situation in the first place? While you were walking through the jungle, your footsteps caused vibrations on the ground, which triggered the roots of the vine strangler. This animal-plant hybrid then dropped its many tentacles on you and roped you up into its wide-open belly, where you will be digested alive for a whopping 72 hours. Let's talk about this horrifying experience. In the real, non-fictional world, the Venus flytrap will capture insects in a similar way, of course, without the tentacles. Once trapped, the fly would then be slowly digested by special enzymes secreted by the Venus trap. Our vine strangler here would very likely function in a similar way, except more gruesome.
Yeah, true.
As you are trapped inside, the vine strangler will secrete enough enzymes to
Facts.
first dissolve your outer layer of skin, including your eyelids. Keep in mind
Ooh,
that
that's so
you're still
brutal.
alive at this stage. The enzymes would then proceed to consume through muscle tissue,
How do they know
and
so
eventually,
much, Dad?
throughout the second day, your
I have no
organs.
idea
At this
anyways.
point, you're probably
But,
dead.
you know,
Most
I
people, however,
know
would have died of
Tell
shock
me.
before the enzymes reach
I
the
know
muscle tissue. After
that
the third
this
day, all that remains is a
guy
husk, or in our
definitely
case, a
does
pile of slimy
usually do these
skeletons.
types of videos.
4. Crunched to death. If you are someone who is afraid of
Browns.
encountering big cats or sharks, this might just be your worst nightmare. The death jackal is known to be one of the most hyper-aggressive and, in these terms,
Look at him.
one of the most hyper-brutal animals
The
in Skull
death
Island.
cycle.
Monarch's
He's very
superspecies profile
powerful.
claims
Look,
that this
he's
animal has
trying to
the
eat him.
agility of a leopard and is
A
armed with the
leopard,
bite
dude, a
of the great
leopard is
white
like
shark.
not
And
it.
if this wasn't bad enough,
No, I'm
it's
saying
coming
that's how
facts.
fast
Let's
he
talk
is.
about how fast
Oh.
this bite can kill.
And he
A
has
great white
the
shark
Biforce
can
of a
bite
great
down
white
with a
shark.
force
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
of 4,000 psi. To crunch through a human rib cage, the death jackal would only require a mediocre bite of 742 psi, just to flatten your upper torso. In the graphic novel Skull Island: Birth of Kong, we witnessed Helen Karsten, a survival expert, be the first to get
That's-
torn to
this
shreds
isn't
by
that
these
brutal,
ferocious animals
really.
in a matter of
But I
seconds.
don't like see that much
But
blood.
even the death jackal
Sure, like there's a lot of blood here.
I know, but
It's just
like,
cartoonish. So I haven't seen like. I'm very excited for the skull color. Don't leak which video it's in. There's a second
pales
part,
in
which
comparison
will be actually our
against
next
the
video,
next
guys.
terrifying
My
When I first started
God.
Eve, I was a minor.
you could skip
I
the
was
ad.
really-
Yeah, good.
killer. 5.
Slurped
Slurped
alive.
alive.
What does that even mean?
Skip this section if spiders terrify you.
Nah.
In Skull Island, there crawls a gargantuan insect that literally skewers
How tall
its prey
is he?
from above.
They're gonna hit his
the
neck.
mother longlegs. This towering spider can grow up to 23 feet in height, though film and graphic novel depictions portray it as even larger. If you ever happen to run into a bamboo forest, make sure to look up. Now to the gory details. Once the mother longlegs manages to impale you, it would not comfort you to know that you will not die immediately. On the contrary, you are
Good.
about to experience an excruciatingly painful
Why would
death.
you want to be so
Believe it or
alive?
not, this unfortunate
Facts.
fella was actually still conscious for a couple of seconds while witnessing the monstrosity that consumed him
So
as his
brutal, dude.
intestines were rapidly siphoned through the spider's
Oh
long
my
legs.
God.
To get
Dude, I
into more
swear,
detail,
Spider
the spider's leg
Sophia.
pierced through this individual's
Nah,
throat, which made him
Slurping like
incapable
a
of breathing or
Slurpee.
screaming,
Never drinking a
and it
Slurpee
most
again after
likely
this.
damaged his spinal cord, which paralyzed him
They
immediately.
giving me
In
nightmares from
addition to that,
Slurpees.
the
I love
spider's legs are
Slurpees.
equipped with orifices that siphon the victim's juices and intestines up the long shaft, leading to the creature's stomach. We aren't finished with the mother longlegs just
Why?
yet. If you happen to be directly under the spider, expect to be covered in sticky tendrils, which are dropped directly from the spider's open stomach. Like the vine strangler, these
Remember that
tendrils
vine
will lift
strangler,
you up
dude?
into a slimy grave,
Boy, I
sentencing you
remember
to a
that.
slow, agonizing death. Skull Island monsters seem to have a
Ooh.
thing for leaving nasty leftovers. The next creature, however, leaves behind something more exotic. 6. Get stick bugged. There is only one place
Get
on the planet
stick
where
bugged.
even trees themselves would like to eat you. Skull Island is home to the largest stick bug that has ever walked the earth. The spore mantis is actually a large slug-like
Fine.
Yeah, but I
Finally,
can't really
everybody
kill you.
in a
Just run.
redwood-sized tree trunk.
We never
This
saw
giant
kill
slug,
anybody.
however, is equipped with bone-crunching mandibles.
Oh.
If you ever happen to make the spore mantis angry
Yeah,
enough
look
to
at
eat you,
him.
getting crunched to bits will be the less humiliating part. Once your remains are inside the parasite, its protein-rich sap will encase you in an exquisite crystalline amber, revealing
Wow.
your crystal-clear remains to the
I thought it was
outside
gonna be the
world
skull
once again.
cola.
In the 2017 film
No.
Kong
Don't
Skull
know.
Island,
I
Jack
don't know
Chapman
why.
bumped into a spore mantis that was not as large as the ones described in Monarch's superspecies profiles,
That looks
meaning that this
big.
creature
Look
was
at that
very
thing.
likely a juvenile. Had it
You
been
know
as
that
large
the
as its
movie
other
was probably a
comrades, Jack would
juvenile?
have probably been killed by the stick bug instead.
I don't know.
7.
Much, whatever.
Shoot it today.
Sue to
Swamps
death.
have been the perfect brewing pot
Kinda like
for
how
evolution to
I
take
like
its
to sue
notoriously dark and
lasagna.
twisted turns. To the unsuspecting eye,
but
these
way more
harmless
brutal.
plants seem
To
to
be
be
fair, the
simple swamp
lasagna
trees,
sauces look
but
like
what lies
blood.
beneath is perhaps one of the most
What
terrifying
if it is?
ways to die on this island. Swamp locusts use their tree-like legs as camouflage to make themselves indistinguishable from the surrounding vegetation.
Which movie
What's
was this in?
real
It wasn't
terror
in
is
Skull
found
Island.
inside-
It was in the
Comic?
yeah.
That lamprey-like mouth, which is home to many sharp backwards-facing
I feel
teeth.
like these
In the
infos are
real
coming
world,
from
these teeth are
Monarch
similar to the
Super
Congo
Species
Goliath
profile.
tigerfish, which are
I don't know
built
what
to
the hell
grip
that
onto
is.
prey while inflicting outstanding
random
amounts of trauma.
Stuff
Once you
fessy.
find yourself unlucky enough to be inside its mouth,
Would rather
you
be
still
attacked
have
by
a
the
lot
fish
more to
than
endure.
nothing.
The swamp locust's
These fish are
tooth-infested
small, like in
gastrointestinal
Poochel
It looks
Island.
like a
is a
nice
single continuous
pink
chamber that
bathtub.
makes up almost its entire body. The backward-facing teeth
Yeah.
will make it simply
that
impossible
blood?
to even think about escape. Getting
Well, blood
punctured
was
and
coming
chewed
from
from
the
all
dude.
angles would cause any unfortunate
Maybe that's why it's-
individual
well, then again,
to suffer a
a lot of
rather
beginners are
quick
always
but
pink.
most grotesque
So,
death.
yeah.
8. Floating caves
Floating
of
caves
doom.
of doom.
Let's pretend that for whatever reason, you managed to escape the swamp locust and found refuge on a nearby patch of floating land. You enter a cave in hopes that the danger had already passed. But then,
Oh.
this mosasaur-sized
Brutal.
crocodile feeds on animals
Yeah, it
and
is.
people like you who were tricked
That's-
into thinking this was
Wait,
just
what?
The
another
death
floating
zap.
patch of
No, I mean that's
trees.
his time zap.
10?
Given that
I thought it was 10 brutal ways. It's 10 horrible ways.
Whatever, it's something. It's similar
Crocodilians
enough.
have the strongest
10
bite forces
brutal ways
of
to die.
all
It's
time.
cool on.
It's not too far
I think
fetched to
brutal
state
would sound
that
like a
this
better way to
monster
turn
is
horrible
likely
into ways.
to
I mean,
have
they're
the
both
strongest bite force
brutal
of
and
all the
horrible.
creatures in Skull Island. This would be enough to crunch through you, your friends, and your boat. Assuming you didn't get
How
crushed
about
by
these
those
nut-
teeth, you probably are now sliding down
This
this
is
animal's
not,
esophagus.
please.
Once you splash into the
Yeah,
siren
yeah,
jaw's
like,
dark,
you
murky
know.
stomach,
Demon,
you
I
start
don't care.
feeling
We're
an
gonna get the
intense
monetized
pain on your
good.
skin. You are now being showered and
You don't need to make
digested
it
by the
more.
crocodile's
Oh, we
extremely
said scrub. What are you
corrosive
talking about?
digestive acids. Crocodilians in the real
Oh my
world stimulate their
crocodilian.
digestive process
Crocodilians.
thanks to deoxygenated blood that is directed to the
Look
stomach.
at it.
This
No,
blood
I'm
is
just
rich in
saying the
acidic carbon
crocodilians. What kind of
dioxide,
name is
which stimulates the
crocodilians?
production of the most acidic stomach acid known in
I
nature.
think that's mostly being
Capable of
crocodiles,
dissolving flesh
alligators,
and bones in
that
record
type of
time.
crap.
Yeah, but why
Consequently,
that name?
crocodiles
You
are
could've
known
made
to
a
secrete stomach acid 10 times
crocodilians.
faster than any other animal. What does this mean for
Crocodilians.
you? Since you are now in the most corrosive and acidic environment on the planet, you can expect to be turned into a bloody sludge in a matter of moments.
It's
But
just
could
escape.
being
Get out
showered
of
by
there.
acid hurt more
Why
than
you-
being
It's not
boiled
that
to
easy.
death?
It's
9.
go in the same helicopter
Boiled
you came
alive.
from.
Boiled
Yes, you
alive.
heard that right. There are creatures
the
on this
helicopter got
island that could
destroyed.
potentially boil you
Oh, yeah.
alive. But before making it
Boil?
into the boiling pot, you first have
What
to
is
get
this?
caught by one of these.
Oh yeah, I know already.
The Meyer squid
Oh,
is a
Meyer
giant
The
cephalopod
Meyer
found in
squid.
Skull
Look at
Island
him.
that resembles a hybrid between the Pacific
Hey,
giant
at
stop
octopus
killing
and a
Kong like
squid.
that. That's mean.
Your trip
It's
to the boiling
squiddy.
pot could begin in one
Squiddy
of two
McQuiddy.
areas. Number 1,
Look at
it wouldn't
him.
take much effort for the squid to catch you with its 10 tentacles. Given that this is
10?
a freshwater
Wow.
squid, being
10
close to a lake
tentacles.
makes you fair game to get snatched from land and into the stomach of this monster. Number 2, this squid
Don't
is
ask how
equipped
much
with
stupid
teeth-like
it.
jaws that are on top of a complex muscle
think I do.
formation that allows them to spin. So fast, in fact, that this rotary motion
Yeah,
creates
exactly.
a vortex-like whirlpool that
Yeah, like a whirlpool.
unlucky enough to get swallowed by the squid. Your trip to the afterlife does not end here. You're now about to experience what it is to be inside a
Whoa.
biothermal creature's
Looks pretty
stomach.
cool, not gonna
Once
lie.
you plunge into the squid's throat, you begin to suffer second-degree burns.
I don't
This is
want to
because
though.
you're traveling
I
close
don't
to the
want
squid's
me.
internal ink sac. This ink is used as a defense mechanism to burn any potential
we act
predators
to-
alive. If you haven't died on your way to the creature's
Number
stomach,
2,
no.
here you will.
after.
At this point, besides being dissolved by
In
digestive
next
acid,
video.
Oh,
you are
look at
suffering
that.
from severe third-degree
So
burns.
brutal, I
At
know.
this
I
point,
almost
you
wanna
don't
die
feel
if
any
I see
pain at
that.
all. You're fortunate that it's
Same.
now over. 10.
It's almost as
Shredded
bad
Shredded
as my
to
life.
death.
In Kong Skull Island, Jack suffered possibly one of the most brutal ways to die in the
I've been waiting
Monsterverse.
for this, boys.
Contrary to what you may think, getting eaten by one of the larger skull crawlers would be better than most of the deaths discussed previously. But getting killed by a juvenile skull crawler would be far worse. The first reason why this would hurt more is simply because juvenile skull crawlers have a denser concentration of backward-facing teeth than the adult specimens. If you were to get eaten by an adult, you would simply get swallowed whole. But being eaten by a juvenile means you get brutally chewed and then swallowed.
Oh.
Getting
He said
clamped
a
on by
bad
juvenile
word.
skullcrawler means that any maneuver
No
trying to
word.
escape this
No, I'm
creature will
kid-friendly,
possibly cause
totally.
more damage,
This
as
video
these
made me
backward-facing
unkid-friendly.
teeth are constantly puncturing areas like your arms, legs, and upper
Just
torso.
say forewarning.
This high
Yeah,
concentration
I am,
of teeth
obviously,
also
dude.
means that they will
If
likely
people aren't
strike
allowed
an
to
arteries
watch
in
this
any
type
of
of
these
stuff in
areas,
court, they're definitely not
leading
allowed
to
to,
severe blood loss
then,
and imminent death.
you
To
know.
put this into perspective, getting eaten by a juvenile
Then,
skullcrawler
I mean,
is
if
similar
people
to
aren't
being
allowed to
placed on
watch
an Iron Maiden
videos with
while having
no
the
wars, they
doors
definitely
slammed shut
can't
on you many
watch
times
videos
over
with
and
war.
over again.
Facts.
Unless, I don't know.
After seeing the many horrifying ways you could die in Skull Island, do you think that you could survive living in the most dangerous biome of all time?
Obviously.
Tell us how you would
Easy
avoid
claps.
getting killed in the comments. If you are really
And
when I kill a
interested in putting your
skullcrawler, I'm like,
survival
easy,
skills
easy,
and
easy,
island
easy,
knowledge
easy,
to the
easy.
test, make sure to take our quiz to see if you have the knowledge it takes to survive.
Should
We
I?
hope you enjoyed our video. So if you want to see more,
Should I take
make
this? I'm taking the quiz.
Okay.
Where's
So
the
I think
quiz?
it's in. Oh, just
Yeah. Well, guys, we're taking the quiz. Good. Okay, my recording's still going. Okay.
take
You
the
have what
quiz.
it takes to survive. School. Easy claps. One of these.
What's
Okay.
one of these weapons would be least
AK-47.
effective?
AK-47.
The least effective.
Oh, the
war.
least. Spear.
Yeah.
Ooh, or pistol.
Pistol may be fine sometimes.
Probably.
If they're far away.
What would be the best way to avoid getting picked up by a leaf wing? No way. This up on the floor.
I guess. I don't think a zigzag would work because there's a lot of them, right? Yeah.
True, they could just go. So you close to another person next. Oh no, but they might take both. Probably drop flat. True or false? A metal hull of a plane is strong enough to provide. I can't read this. Can you just tell me if it's true or false?
Sacrifice of sharp talons. Wait a minute. I know what it is.
I don't understand. So you know.
I
that,
think
you know this
so.
way more than me.
Wait, let me tell you something important. The breath could destroy an airplane, but the talons couldn't.
So
So
true or
say-
false?
True.
Okay. What happens if you want to sacrifice that is freezing or what seems to be a pufferfish? What can or should do next? One, they are probably eating the poisonous pufferfish. Okay, I don't understand. You help me. Which one should I pick? Well, A, B, C, or D?
Probably run.
Run? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We could tranquilizer. What of these weapons would be the best to quickly cut yourself? Katana.
Or a Bowie knife.
A Bowie knife?
I
Probably
don't know,
katana,
maybe.
because katanas are sharp. It's not a machete, but still, katanas are so sharp. I'll say katana.
But maybe the Bowie knife, because I know Bowie knives also very well.
The thing it's called by a French author, it was actually most like this save your friend. It should mean that you ran out of bullets. Oh shit.
Okay.
Grab one of your friend's arms or legs and pull him down. Get close and try to cut off the vine to him with a machete. What did I just say, machete? Toss your friend a sharp weapon so he can cut himself off. Throw rocks at the creature said. Definitely not this one.
Toss your friends to start weapons so he can cut himself off, right?
Yeah.
It'd probably be the easiest to do. Because if you were to try to cut
With a machete.
the things yourself, then you may accidentally hurt your friend.
Facts.
So toss your friend a sharp weapon so he can cut himself off.
Yeah, I think that's good. Keep it okay. You see a death jackal close by. What should you do? Keep an eye out for these animals. They hunt in packs. Keep an eye on
That's
death
true.
This one.
The hunt packs. Yes, they do. You see,
Keep-
you literally see an entire pack. There.
Keep an eye on the death jackal. They hunt alone, but they can still sense you. Stay still. Do not move where you're hiding.
Oh no, they can stuff as well. Keep an eye out. These animals hunt in packs.
So this
But
one.
you could literally see a death jackal pack.
So we do this one.
Yes.
Which one of these animals have the same amount of bite force as the death jackal? Hyena,
It
grey
was-
white shark, grey white
It was
shark.
the great white shark.
Yeah, I
remember?
remember. If you walk into the jungle and all of a sudden you find yourself surrounded by bamboo sticks, which predator do you expect to find her? Spore mantis.
No, wait, stop. It's the mother long legs. It's bad.
You bamboo. I nearly did the mother longler. I mean the spore mantis. That's bamboo. Okay, which one of these offensive actions are the best course of action when trying to kill a mother longlegs? Shoot the head, cut off its legs, cut off its tendrils.
A and B. Probably that, right?
Both A and B.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot the head and cut off its legs. Yeah, both A and B.
Cut off the legs first, then shoot.
There's a giant log laying on the ground, but something is different about this one. What could it be? It could be a spore mantis. Don't sit on it. Should we do this one?
Yes.
Could be a spore mantis. Don't sit on it. You find a big chunk of amber laying in the forest. Inside of there was millions of lizards. How did the lizards end up inside the amber?
Spore mantis ate the lizard.
Is that one?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Which one of these monsters can you expect to find in the Skull Island swamps?
A and C. Not skull crawlers. The swamp locusts and the sirens.
Which one of these animals has the best capability to boil you to death?
Kong? Not Kong. The Mire squid, remember?
Oh yeah! True or false? The Mire squid can survive in fresh water.
Yes, they can.
Oh.
Remember?
Oh yeah. You're in a swamp and see a cave-like formation in the murky waters. There's a part of dead trees on the shoreline. Which one of these is the safest shelter?
I guess the pile of dead trees. Remember, it's a pile of dead trees. It's not like, you know.
Me. Your crew is suffered 10 to the skull crawlers. Which one of these statements is correct? We can catch your breath now. Therefore, they won't stop until later. We're safe if you go in a marshy area. Skull crawlers aren't able to muddy terrain. We need to keep running. Skull crawlers are always in a state of starvation.
That's
if we
true.
stay on high terrain, they won't catch us.
They can climb very well, so we need to keep running. They always in a state of starvation.
Yeah.
They're basically like.
Which one of these is true about the swamp locust?
Their entire body is basically designed for throw, right?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. No, Zan. Which one of these animals is more likely to have the strongest bite first?
The sirens are. Right? Yeah.
Okay, sirens are cool.
Because, you know, crocodiles.
Which one of these animals is a prime example of flora fauna?
Probably all of them, really.
All of the above?
Yeah.
Isn't it none? Okay, doesn't matter. Pretty good. There's a pretty good chance you make it out of lava, but like always, nothing's guaranteed. Opponents who seem to have a good grasp of Skull Island, and most importantly, a good impression of real extant wildlife. This is okay. Now I want to see what would happen. Right, I'm gonna go back here. Now, I'm gonna answer really badly. Okay, Dinah.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do this all the time. It's probably gonna say I'll die. And you know that's what I wanted to say. You know, I want to survive. The only way I'll probably survive if I have you with me.
It sounds so
decent, but not ideal. Yeah, this should probably be me. Technically correct, but some and being the best answer. According to your results, if you were to miss school out there, a decent chance you might make it up, but not guaranteed. Remember, it's a good knowledge at school. Okay. Well, shout out again to Goju Center. That was really fun to watch. Am I right, Dinah?
Yeah.
Anyways, I hate when I have to do this. My screen look, I can see it again. Anyways, guys, see you in the next one. Say bye, Dinah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.